Welcome to episode 3 of TM Foodbiz podcast. I'm your host, Tamo Momot. Today I've got a special guest. Her name is Nonhlanhla Radebe. She's soon to be a doctor. She's a founder, actually a co-founder of Food. And she's going to be telling us how she started her business and how she's growing it and how she's marketing it to us. Hope you're going to enjoy it.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, let me introduce you. Our guest for today is Nonhlanhla Radebe, soon to be Dr. Radebe. She holds a BSc in Natural Sciences, majoring in Geology, Geography, and Environmental Management, and an honors degree in Geology from the University of Johannesburg. Moreover, I'm not done. Ufundile lo sisi. She has a master's in water engineering from 2 Berlin. She's currently a PhD candidate at the University of KwaZulu-Natal with the Department of Agriculture. I'll let her tell us more about her topic. She's also a founder of Foods, which is the reason why she's here. Hey, how are you?
Wow, thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction.
Like as I said, can you brief me on with your topic for your PhD? I found it very, very interesting. Holding with you, yeah. Can you just brief me about it before we get into why you're here?
Okay, my PhD topic is about systems thinking, so complex systems with regards to the water, energy, food nexus. So looking at the interrelation between water, energy, and food because they are related, and trying to basically come up with a model for a chosen case study. So in this case, it will mostly be concentrated around Southern Africa. So yeah, that's basically what my topic is about. It's looking at water demand and how it relates to energy because they are both interrelated and both sides have an influence on the other. So it's important to not look at these systems independently, but to also kind of try and put in the linkages between all systems. So it makes it a bit more complex, but yeah, that's basically what my topic is about.
Oh wow, yeah, that's very interesting. Like, what intrigued you into going to such a topic? Because you've got a background in geology. What made you go into agriculture and water, the relationship? Like, what inspired you to do this?
You know what actually made me get into this? When I was doing my honors in geology, we had that incident in Vicksburg when Andres Botane was shot over water protests. And I remember deciding then that, you know what, why should I go and work in a mine, really?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And do something related to water.
Okay.
I'd like to do something related to water. And I've always had an interest in gardening. So when I got the scholarship to study water engineering, I got introduced to the topic of water as a whole and how it relates to and as well as the energy demand that accompanies water purification, water treatment, drinking water treatment, wastewater purification, as well as the fact that we can also produce energy from wastewater with the anaerobic digesters and biogas.
Yeah, of course.
So that concept I got introduced to during my master thesis at TU Berlin. And then I briefly started doing some research on co-digestion of wastewater.
Okay.
And with the co-digestion, one of the substrates was agricultural waste. So for instance, waste from cellulose. So when I was doing the co-digestion and looking for the different substrates that can be used for co-digestion, I started reading up up more on the agricultural aspect and how that relates to energy generation and the wastewater treatment plants as well. So everything is kind of related, and everything that I've done until this stage has fed into what I'm currently doing. So yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, okay, that's very, 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 yeah, that's very inspiring.
Like something together. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, okay, that's very, very inspiring. Yeah, because it's a very imperative to like cause mostly my issue with like most academics is that people write essays for themselves, but you solving like real problems in real life, not like it's not just an academic exercise, but it's something that it's gonna impact us in a big way. Yeah. But coming to what the reason that you are here because you are the founder and of Nonhlanhla Foods. So we just wanted to unpack that. The reason that I had to ask you the previous questions that we wanted to clarify that you're more than that, because I believe that as people in the 21st century, we are not one-dimensional people. We are broad in our way of doing things, not just do one aspect of ourselves.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm one of the co-founders of Nonhlanhla. There are four of us.
Yeah.
So it's a family business. So it's my younger sister, my cousin, my niece, and myself. So we founded it in 2018.
Okay.
But there was a break in between because everyone was really busy. So we restarted intensifying and actually we never really took a break. What we did do is we went through a couple of incubators just to teach ourselves business management skills because none of us had a business background. So we went through some incubator courses, some entrepreneurship courses, and now last year we went through another one, and we were able to get some equipment.
Yeah, that's great.
To get equipment for now, our production equipment, but there's still quite a long way to go for us because we still have to figure out a way where our branding. We need to work on our branding. We need to work on our packaging. We've managed to secure some customers here and there, but we need to have a way of scaling up production, primarily because we're trying to involve small-scale farmers in our business so that we are not the only people that benefit from that. So we want to involve community gardens or small-scale farmers to grow some of our ingredients, and then they can be able to make some money as well. So instead of us going to buy ingredients for a bigger market, we can be able to empower them as well. So now has a very strong social conscience, and we want to also make a difference with our business. So we've also built into our profit structure that with whatever profits that we make, some of that money is contributed towards donating seedlings for community food gardens. So we are very keen on doing some social development with Nonhlanhla. The only issue that we have right now is we don't have much of an online presence. We need assistance with that. We need assistance with our bottling and packaging. But we have approached CEDA, and they actually sent us some forms that we need to fill and send back to. And perhaps they might be able to assist us. But we are. And SABS certification as well, we need to sort that out. So there's quite a lot that still needs to be done. Okay,
you've said like a mouthful already in your in answering my question. I just wanted you to take me into like the beginning, because the show is basically educational, because we start the full business and also how do you run it. So I just wanted you to like take me to the beginning, the genesis, like what inspired you guys to go into like the agro processing business, and also like what the naming, like what inspired you? Who came up with it, like the genesis, like how was it start? How did you guys start? What inspired you into to starting into this?
To be honest, my we've always made sauces. We've always made sauces. It's just that one day we were sitting and we were like, yes, guys, we can actually make money from these sauces. These are really nice.
Yeah.
So then we were like, these sauces are nah. Then we're like, hey, we should call it Nah Foods.
Yeah. And it's good, and it's good all the time, cause like like when you pop up like
Yeah.
because some section when you say it's actually Jay-Z that like it makes that sound of Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, no, definitely. That's exactly how we thought about it. Like, because we thought, okay, so it's catchy, and people like, oh, it's So that's how we actually came up with the name. And so what we did next with my cousins and with my cousin, my niece, and my sister, we're like, okay, guys, we need to go to CIPC. At that time, CIPC was still at Carlton Center.
Yeah.
On the ground floor, because we decided, if we don't register now, we'll procrastinate or we'll never do it. So let's go and get registered. So we went to CIPC, and that's how we registered. But now CIPC has moved to 4 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But it's there around Gandhi Square.
Yes.
And so that's how we registered our company. Yeah, we did it through CIPC. But people can also register by themselves by logging online on the CIPC website.
Okay.
Alternatively, they can also use the Biz, I think it's called the Biz portal.
Yes.
Which is linked to CIPC, which might even be a better advantage because you can also apply for a bank for
through the platform.
At the same time. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. So I just wanted to add to our listeners that don't understand, like that don't come from where we come from. Like it's actually a term that is used. It's a slang that we use in the townships of South Africa. Nga actually means when something is it means that it tastes like good. It tastes good. So they make like very tasty, organic sauces and paste. So I just wanted to also to ask, like, how do you like sell your produce? Because it's one thing to produce like the most beautiful and delicious sauces, but the business it's very important. Like, how do you sell? How do people like find your products? How do you sell them? Like currently, how are you selling your products?
Right now we're just selling directly by order, like to a Chisanyama, and we also have when Victoria Yard reopens, we'll be selling there because that's where we're selling.
Yeah.
At the organic food market.
Okay.
It's not really
nice.
an organic food market like at Victoria Yard. That's where we normally sell. But we feel like we have to work on our packaging and our branding so that we can relaunch and get more customers. So that's where Cedar comes in, and that's what we're trying to arrange now because we think that will directly affect our sales, and we also want to start selling online. But everything kind of hinges on this branding and packaging dilemma that we currently have.
Yeah. But I've heard that like one of like my mentor was an incubation that was part of like it was like so they said so there was this other aspect that was taking us through into like retail ready. She's like a buyer in at Spa. So she advises that like when you start like with your packaged food product, it's very advisable that we start selling it like food markets. So because that, and also when you start, it's important that we we start with like minimum like viable products. So we shouldn't worry more about like the packaging, especially at the food market. It's more about taste. And then as we grow that, we get confirmations that actually people are liking whatever we are producing. Then we can elevate and actually invest in packaging, because sometimes you can have the greatest packaging, can't so you haven't mastered what it's inside. I just want to give you like heads up that it's actually a great idea that you actually started in selling in markets, like because now you're having like we've got access to like data, like interaction with the customer that you're selling to. That is like a great.
That's true. That's really true. And thank you for that. Thank you for that tip. With Victoria Yards though,
Yeah.
when we did sell
Yeah.
at Victoria Yards,
Yeah.
they didn't have a problem with our product,
Yeah.
because we have the super hot range, which is very, very hot, with the habanero peppers as well as other peppers that are hot, and we've got the mild. Another thing that we noticed was with these specific markets, the pricing was a problem. Because when we were selling with the same price that we were selling to ordinary people, they were not buying it, because we were selling a 500 gram jar
Yeah.
for 30 rand.
Yeah.
Because it cost us 12 rand 50 to make. So this was a lesson learned. But when we doubled our price to 60 rand for this jar,
Yeah.
people were willing to buy. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think also
Yeah.
something that we've learned also with the pricing is the whole thing of price segmentation,
Yeah.
and charging different rates according to your market.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
true.
noticed with big markets, they are willing to pay a higher price, because they know that it's an organic product and the like. But when you go to the chisanyamas and the like, they are more concerned about the price, that it has to be affordable
Yeah.
for them, or it has to be bigger quantities. So
Yeah, that's true.
I just wanted to throw that in as well, that's a lesson that we've learned as a business over the past couple of years.
Yeah, that's very true. It's a very important lesson, because like for example, like you were saying, like with Chisanyama, it's a B2B type of models. Like so,
It's not business, exactly.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
also worried about
their profits is
their
small.
profit margin and
Yeah.
the inputs, so they're not going to spend
Yeah,
much on a marinade
Yeah.
or a sauce. So I guess, and I guess with that in mind, we also with the packaging dilemma that we currently have, we also have to put that in mind, that with the chisanyamas, for instance, we sell it as 5-liter buckets, 10-liter buckets,
Yeah.
and then with the organic markets, it would have to be in glass
yeah,
jars.
yeah,
But we just need to kind of rebrand
yeah,
and make it look, to have an organic feel, so
Yeah.
that it reflects the ingredients that we're using, and the fresh brand that we're trying to push.
yeah,
So,
yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah, because also like organic, it's mostly like something that's retail organic. Mostly is people who buy those things are like premium buyers, like they are higher LSM, so they are willing to pay that an extra buck. Yeah, and also there's a trust factor. Yeah,
for sure, even the whole double the price. So
Yeah.
the feedback that we did get, because when we sold at Victoria, we actually sold out.
yeah. Oh
Our
wow!
cheese.
Congratulations.
We thank you.
Yeah.
But it was just in a glass jar with a simple label. So now what I would like us to do is to maybe, we've been exploring some different ideas from Pinterest,
Yeah.
and we were actually thinking of selling our entire brand in a box. So
Yeah.
someone buys it boxed already. So we would
Yeah.
have the very mild version, the super hot version, the hot version, as well as the marinade, so that they get to experience all the taste palette. So someone is drawing up something for us related to that
Yeah.
packaging. So what's going on.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's great. So, what has been like your biggest challenge to date? Because it's not always smooth sailing.
Oh my gosh, I look. I think it's always it's not easy to work with family all the time
Uh huh.
because you have to define the different roles that everyone plays, and at the same time, um, I think it's you have a different relationship as a family
Mhm.
than you have when you're business partners. So we still have to find a way to be professional and get work done. You know. So I think the line separating between the professional side aspect
Mhm.
as well as the family aspect was a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
And I think the second challenge that we had that we, we, we've managed to get through was us getting our equipment.
Yeah.
So we
Congratulations
managed to
on
get
that.
that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So at least we can be able to produce. Now the third and last challenge that we have is just for us to sort out our branding,
Mhm.
our packaging, and our online presence so that people can be able to buy our
Yeah.
products online as well.
Yeah.
And
That's
then I
great.
think we'd be good to go because we've even reconnected with some of our previous customers
Mhm.
and I had a meeting with someone over the weekend who's willing to take on our product as well.
That's
So
great, man.
we have the market now. We just need to get production up to standard and go.
Okay. Well, wow. Congratulations, man. Like, and also I just want
Thank
to
you.
like commend you guys like starting something as a family. I know it's not easy,
Thank you.
but it's something that we need to normalize, especially as us that come from spaces that we come from as black people that working starting like family business it should be a norm because there's a myth that goes around that like working with family is bad, but I think like we can learn from like other nations that how are they doing it because the only way that we can
Yes,
build like intergenerational world is like if we really
yes,
dig deep,
definitely,
yeah, yeah, use that leverage,
definitely.
yeah. Okay, I just want to say
Thank
like
you.
yeah, big up to that. So let's get to the
Thank you.
fun stuff. Like so what are the plans for like for the future, man? Like future goals. Like where do you want to say this? Like from selling from organic, from selling from markets. Or what other plans that are you guys like working on in terms of like pushing this product?
We would love to grow our own ingredients. The
Mm-hmm.
majority of
Yeah.
our own ingredients would like to grow that, and
Mm-hmm.
we'd like to also involve as many small-scale farmers as possible,
Mm-hmm.
even these urban farms as well.
Yeah.
The people with hydroponic rooftop farms,
Mm-hmm.
as many of them as possible, to supply us with the raw material as well,
Yeah.
so that they also benefit and become our suppliers. So our biggest goal is to involve a network of African farmers,
Mm-hmm.
primarily people that are growing from the community garden level to mega farm level. But we want to be in control of our entire value chain. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very great.
the
Yeah.
raw material aspect of it, the processing side of it, and also our own packaging and distribution. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the ultimate goal eventually, to be able to do all of that as Nga Foods. But in the meantime, we're just going baby steps. We're still trying to establish links with small-scale farmers as well to grow
Yeah.
our ingredients at the moment
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
like, and work on a couple of things, yes.
Okay, so what are the like the core for maybe someone that is listening that is will be willing to supply you guys? Like what are your core like ingredients that you guys that are looking for?
Okay, I'll give you the core ingredients. So, for instance, we've got the mild chili variety. So that's the green chili, but not the hot one. We've got for the super hot, there are a couple of blends of hot chili that we're using. but primarily habanero for that one.
Mm-hmm.
For that, for the super hot brand. And then we also have green peppers. We need green peppers as well. We need red peppers to temper down the spiciness. So those are our main core ingredients. So it would be the peppers, the green pepper, red pepper, as well as herbs like basil, rosemary, as well as some other ones we'd have to source directly from perhaps the other ingredients we'd have to source from somewhere else, because we also need oil, for instance, to cook the chili, the like. So yeah, it's quite a few ingredients that go into it without getting into too much detail.
Yeah. Okay, no, don't give away the IP. Don't give away the IP.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to give you like the general, general ingredients that we need. Yeah.
So, in closing, like, how do we find out your products? Like, if you want to buy, let's have a business in Soweto, I want to order. How do you order your products?
Right now, you can contact me on WhatsApp. You can order on WhatsApp.
Okay.
We'll have a page. We have a Facebook page called Nga Chili. We have a
Nga Chili on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Can you spell it out, like for people to check it out?
Sorry, it's NC. Triple A. So it's Nga Chili, which is CHI.
Yes.
LLIE.
Okay, thank you.
But I think the best thing would be also to just send me a message on WhatsApp. I can give out my WhatsApp number.
Okay, no problem.
And then you can feel free to order the chili that you'd like.
So what's the number?
So it's 067
067
880
880
7006.
7006.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for blessing us with such a great. I don't think this was an interview. It was a conversation between two future food moguls, because we are in the space to dominate, not just to exist, but to dominate and put Africa in its rightful place, because it is choosing agriculture, choosing food business. I believe it's a revolutionary act, because for a very long time we've been like buying from others. It's about high time that we become not just consumers but producers of whatever we consume.
Absolutely.
So what you're doing, I just want to say big up. I wish you Godspeed, excellent, and also all the growth, and also we make a lot of money so that you can. I know that if you make a lot of money, you gonna invest it back into our communities, because you're already doing it.
That is that is one of the core reasons why we started the business, because we also wanted to be able to empower others. And thank you so much for giving us and me, representing our foods, us the opportunity to chat to you. Thank you very much. And of course, we will take your advice about the markets. Thank you very, very much for giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, cool. One last thing, I just want you to give us like words of encouragement for someone that like has been having like this great idea that he wants to get into the food space. Maybe they're a chef, or maybe they've got like this revolutionary like snack bars that they've been wanting to do, but they don't have like confidence in themselves. Can you just give us like words of encouragement for that particular person?
Okay. First of all, you can do it. Anyone can. You've got the capability to do it. So don't doubt yourself. Just go out there, get started. because Ainitibati Rome wasn't built in a day.
Of
And you
course.
just put one step forward, like put one step in front of the other. Eventually, it will end up giving a bit of light as time goes on. So don't give up and just do it, you know? Do it like Nike, what Nike does. Just do it. The swoosh, remember the swoosh?
Exactly, yeah. There's no other way. There's no other way. You
Yeah,
just have to
just
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
just
Thank
do
you.
it. And of course, if anyone needs to reach out to me, feel free to message if you need me to give any more information. I'm available. You can just reach out to me on Facebook. I'm Nonhlanhla Radebe on Facebook, so you should be able to find me. Well, then again, there are quite a few Nonhlanhla Radebes on Facebook, so perhaps I'll just send a link to my Facebook to Tabo, and he might be able to distribute it to.
Okay, I'll edit all the show notes. I'll edit all the show notes when we publish.
Or even my number, you can feel free to WhatsApp me at any time. I'm ready.
Okay.
And I'll help when I can.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for blessing us with such a conversation. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you. You guys are also a blessing, even bigger blessing. So thank you.
Okay,
thank you for doing this. It's really awesome.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we've been called to serve, man. Let's all grow. That's the purpose.
Oh, for sure.
Sure.
All of that.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Radebe.
You know what? I claim that. Amen.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So, Dr. Radebe, thank you very much. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, that was Nonhlanhla, soon to be Dr. Radebe of Nonhlanhla Foods. Hope you enjoyed the interviews. Please, if you really enjoyed the interview or you didn't enjoy the interview, or you'd like us to give us any advice, please feel free to comment and give us like a review on any platform that you're listening to this podcast on. Please, we appreciate all the reviews. Please give us like a 5-star. We need it so that our podcast can be seen and be heard. Thank you. Please keep sharing, keep liking, keep following us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.